you feel like you have a narrow window of success. So it's something that we never forget about. And, you know, the cast is so attentive to the books, the production is so attentive to them. We all try to be really attentive to them. And we also try to not be crushed under that pressure. Right? Like if Rosamond has an idea about something that Moiraine might do that's different than the books, like I think that's worth chasing sometimes.
Yes, I'm going to go over some interesting, well, depressing casting news, actually, but let's talk about how we got here. Even before season 1 premiered in late 2021, Amazon renewed it for a second season. Why? Well, I think it has to do with the fact that it had Rosamond Pike. All they wanted was Rosamond Pike, and nobody knew what the hell this Wheel of Time thing was. Everybody was trying to make the next Game of Thrones. Amazon has done everything that it can to try and convince anyone who will listen that what they've done with Robert Jordan's books is an adaptation. Part of this big push of trying to make everyone believe that what the Wheel of Time is including Rosamond Pike on every damn book cover. The most recent is The Great Hunt. And of course, now an original series on Prime defaces Robert Jordan's works. However, that's not where Rosamond Pike's influence, marketing, I like infestation. Let's say infestation of Robert Jordan's book series ends. Washington Post article from June of this year says now she never leaves it. The actress recorded 3 of the long series audiobooks. Now, how did she end up in this role? It was because she was a big fan, because she couldn't wait to represent the show? No. When Macmillan Audio initially approached Rosamond Pike, she turned the job down. Why? For most of her life, she hadn't been much of a fantasy fan. As a matter of fact, she went on Stephen Colbert in 2021 before the show came out and said, quote, I didn't feel I needed to branch out into creatures and mythological beasts. However, one by one, her castmates on the Amazon show refused to do the audiobooks, and she realized that Macmillan might give the next turn to someone who wasn't part of the show. Now, I've listened to samples of these.
It may be that I cannot find a path back either.
Please get the original audio recordings. Well, how have we gotten to the place where Robert Jordan's stories are completely ignored? They take the names, they say they're doing the books. There are names of characters, but those characters don't act, sound, feel, have the character arcs, have the events of the books, have the motivations from the books in a television series. Let's go back to an article from December of 2021 entitled The Wheel of Time Season 1 Ending Explained. Showrunner Rafe Judkins breaks down all the big changes from Robert Jordan's books. What is of interest to us is, why did Moiraine lose the power to channel in the Wheel of Time Season 1 finale? Rafe Judkins responded, quote, I think this will be one thing that has book fans talking a lot and thinking about. And I think we have a great plan for what we do with it and why we do it, Judkins said. And a lot of it is to give this character more to do. What character is that? Well, that's Rosamond Pike, who's not playing Moiraine, but is called Moiraine. So really, it's a lot of it has to do with giving Rosamond Pike something to do. Judkins referenced the fact that after the introductory chapters of the second book, The Great Hunt, which is what he should be adapting in season 2, the character of Moiraine is rather absent. Well, that's an understatement. Quote, in book 2, she really is just in one chapter, and she's limited in what she does. So we looked at that piece that she has in book 2, and then we figured out how to take that story that's told in Tiffin's Well in book 2 and expand it out to a whole season, unquote. It's Rafe Judkins telling you how he's supposed to be not just adapting book 2, The Great Hunt, and book 3, The Dragon Reborn, in only 8 episodes that are 45 minutes long, but those episodes are going to maximize the screen time for Rosamond Pike by dragging something out through 8 episodes just to give her something to do. Now, how are they going to fill up all of this pointless screen time by making even more bullshit up and not actually taking the beautiful, wonderful, wonderful stories of The Great Hunt and The Dragon Reborn? Well, they're going to hire actresses like Lindsay Duncan. Now, nothing against her as a person. It's a job, right? She's a very talented, I actually believe that she's a talented and capable actress. However, the role she's being given, Annabeth Damodred. This would be Moiraine Damodred's older sister, who, quote, cared for nothing but hawking and horses and had a terrible temper, unquote. Why is this character being brought into season 2? What is the wonderful backstory, the interaction, all of the dialogue, the scenes that she has with the character Moiraine in Robert Jordan's books? Well, she doesn't actually have any. There's no dialogue for this character. There's no scenes for this character. It's only brought up anecdotally in the novel or prequel New Spring. So what is Rafe Judkins going to do? Probably put her in 8 episodes. Probably take a lot of that 45-minute episode that they're filling up with as much Rosamond Pike as they can, to create the same type of bullshit drama, the same type of mystery box bullshit, and the same type of high stakes nonsense that actually is resolved within 30 seconds and nothing actually happens. Why? Because that's what Rafe Judkins has shown us. That's what Amanda Schumann have shown us. Of course, let's also not forget what they're probably going to do. We all saw scenes of not Suan Sanche in the books, which are the only thing that matter. Moiraine and Suan are friends and in on a conspiracy that, if it gets out, could kill them both. But in the show, they're lesbian lovers. Why? Because look at who Rafe has as writers for this.
That's where we always start from and figure out how to tell the story of these people that everyone loves and see through their emotional journey, and then we fit in everything else around that.
The books are about Rand, Mat, and Perrin, not about some emotional journey with Moiraine, who you have to give screen time because she's the star of the show, Rosamond Pike. I guess I'm a divisive book fan and just wants you to do something that resembles any of the characters in any of the stories, in any of the locations, with any of the motivations that Robert Jordan wrote in the book. Is that what it means being a divisive book fan? But hey, Rosamond Pike is happy. Look at her. She's on book covers. She gets to occupy the screen. Who needs the story, right? It's Rosamond Pike. I'm Salty Traveling C. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below.